They say some books should never be opened, some words never spoken. Tonight, we delve into a story that proves why. It begins with a manuscript, bound in leather that felt disturbingly human, hidden away for centuries in a forgotten library vault. Its pages were filled with a language that twisted the tongue and the mind, a script believed to be a direct transcription of whispers from another realm. The warnings were clear, etched in the margins by trembling hands. Do not read aloud, but curiosity, as it often does, became a fatal flaw. Our story follows a group of university researchers, experts in forgotten languages and ancient texts. They stumbled upon this grimoire, a relic that wasn't supposed to exist outside of myth. They called it the Codex of Shadows. For weeks, they worked tirelessly, cross-referencing symbols, trying to decipher its purpose. They thought it was an academic exercise, a puzzle to be solved. They were wrong. It wasn't a puzzle. It was a key to a door they never should have found. One rainy Tuesday night, fueled by coffee and a dangerous sense of academic pride, one of the researchers, a man named Dr. Alistair Finch, decided to test their translation. He believed the warnings were mere superstition, the theatrics of a bygone era. Standing in the center of their research lab, surrounded by whiteboards covered in strange glyphs, he began to speak the words. The air grew heavy, thick, and cold. The lights in the lab flickered erratically, buzzing like dying insects. His colleagues urged him to stop, their faces pale with a primal fear they couldn't explain. But Alistair couldn't stop. He later described it as if the words themselves were pulling him forward, a current dragging him out to a dark sea. He spoke an incantation, a summoning connected to the Ars Goetia, the infamous medieval guide to demons. He was calling upon a name, an entity known in the text only as the Silent Observer. The room plunged into absolute darkness, not just a power outage, but a profound, suffocating void. A low hum vibrated through the floor, a sound that felt older than the building, older than the city itself. When the emergency lights finally flickered on a few moments later, everything seemed normal. Except for one thing. In the center of the room, where Alistair had been standing, there was now a shadow. It wasn't cast by anything. It was a patch of pure, unyielding blackness on the floor, a spot where light simply ceased to exist. Over the next few days, the real horror began. Team members reported seeing a tall, slender figure out of the corner of their eyes, a silhouette that would vanish the moment they turned to look. Objects in the lab moved on their own. Whispers echoed in empty hallways, speaking their names, sharing secrets no one else could possibly know. The psychological toll was immense. One researcher resigned, suffering from intense paranoia and night terrors. Another claimed the figure followed her home, its presence a constant, cold weight in every room. Alistair Finch, the man who spoke the words, fared the worst. He documented his experience in a series of audio logs. He described a constant feeling of being watched, studied, and dissected by an unseen intelligence. His reflection would sometimes move independently, smiling when he wasn't. What did they summon? Was it a genuine entity from the Ars Goetia, a demon dragged into our world? Or did they, through the power of ritual and collective belief, manifest a tulpa being created purely by thought? The lines between paranormal and psychological blur. The manuscript was eventually confiscated and locked away, its location now a closely guarded secret. The research team was disbanded, forced to sign non-disclosure agreements. But the story lives on, a chilling reminder that some knowledge is forbidden for a reason. Now, I want you to listen very carefully to this. This is the final audio log from Dr. Alistair Finch, recorded just 3 days before he vanished without a trace. His voice is strained, filled with a terror that is all too real. In it, he claims the Silent Observer finally showed him its face. What you're about to hear may challenge your perception of reality itself. Are you ready? Thank you for journeying with us into the shadows. If stories like this fascinate and terrify you in equal measure, make sure to subscribe to Mystic Code and click that notification bell. We have so many more forbidden dailies to share. Stay curious and stay safe.